Receive exclusive merchandise, invitation to special events, free tickets, and more. Find out how to join Rockies Rookies by visiting GoUSFBulls.com. 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. No Cartavius Norton. He's out indefinitely. Sam Franklin is the running back. Eccles comes in motion. Franklin gets the handoff. Big hole, and he's out near the 40. Going to pick up about 9. It'll be 2nd down and short. Bulls up to the line quickly, ready to go. Franklin again. Big hole again into the secondary. Crosses the 50. Gets to the 45. Ball came out late, but it looks like he was down at the 45. 1st and 10 Bulls on the North Texas 45. 15 on that carry for Franklin. Scoreless in the first quarter, but the Bulls on the march on their first possession. Brown to throw. Far sideline, Moody Rubin. He's going to get about 8. So the Bulls clicking on first downs here. They get 8 this time. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the North Texas 37. Brown again, same spot. Rubin trying to break a tackle. Looks like he got to the 35, which would be enough for the first down. He gains 2. That moves the sticks. 1st and 10. Bulls going at lightning speed. Here's Brown to throw, but this time he'll be sacked. He fumbles it, and North Texas has it. So the Bulls, who turned it over 4 times against Charlotte, give it up on their first possession here. Defensive end Ethan Day makes the play at the 47 of North Texas.
Yeah, Jim, he looks like he just came from the right side, just ran free. And I'm not quite sure if he just beat somebody or if someone just missed their block, but he just came absolutely free to Byron Brown's blind side. And Byron Brown could not react fast enough, and he was able to knock the ball out. So that's a nice turn of events for North Texas.
Bulls get off to a great start, but then things go downhill. The Mean Green will have the ball when we come back. No score in the first quarter on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue center?
And exhale.
Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts. Get 1 free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just 1 part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
This is your head football coach, Alex Golish. The new radio home for Bulls football is Q105.
The Bulls turn it over in their first possession. Joey, we know how important turnovers are. Key to the early season success for the Bulls, winning the turnover battle. Not good to give up one early.
No, really, it wasn't good at all, Jim, because the Bulls had North Texas back on its heels, and then Byron Brown gets the ball slapped away. So North Texas has good field position.
On their own 47, 1st and 10. We've played about 2.5 minutes, no score. 4 wide receivers, 1 running back for North Texas. Mestamaker 0 for 2 in the early going. Wide receiver in motion, long snap count. Now they give it to Hawkins, and he'll be knocked down near the line of scrimmage. Might have gained a yard. Denard Flowers on the tackle. They'll put it on the 48, gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. Rolling to the right, Mestamaker getting chased by Harris, throws it downfield. It's caught at about the 25 of South Florida, and that'll be enough for the 1st down. Nice throw on the run. Cameron Dorner with his 16th catch of the year. He gets it to the Bulls 26, 1st and 10. 26-yard pickup on the play. Again, they had Mestamaker flushed out of the pocket, but made a really nice throw on the run. 1st and 10 from the Bulls 26. Mestamaker looking to throw over the middle. It is knocked down, incomplete. Chenault, and now a very, very late flag comes down. Miles Coleman was the intended receiver. So it will go to the 16, 1st and 10, North Texas.
And it's just unclear which hand, they actually caught him on. A lot of times defensive backs, they like to ride that back hip, and they try to hide that hand, thinking they can get away with it, and just knock the receiver off his balance just a little bit. But that time he got caught.
From the 16, 1st and 10. Handoff to Hawkins, breaks 1 tackle, falls forward to the 12. That'll be a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down and 6. First possession for North Texas. Came up empty. Bulls were moving the ball, but turned it over on a lost fumble. And now the Mean Green deep in South Florida territory with a 2nd down and 6 on the Bulls 12. Both teams shuttling players in and out. Play clock down to single digits. Mestamaker is ready. Straight drop. Throws it. Caught near the 10. This will be short of the 1st down. They're only going to pick up about 2 on this play. Schuler and Chenault tackling Coleman after a short gain. So 3rd down coming up. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 9.
USF has been in this position, just kind of picture perfect frame. And we've seen it all year, what teams like to do. They're lined up in I formation. A lot of times they like to stack you, send 1 receiver inside, 1 receiver outside, and they're typically going to hit that outside guy.
They need to get to the 6. Looking to throw. Mestamaker with the catch and short of the 1st down. Rutger made a terrific tackle on Wyatt Young. Looked like Young was going to turn it upfield, get the 1st down. Instead, he's a yard short, and the offense is staying on the field on 4th down and 1 from the 7-yard line. They're 5 of 9 on 4th downs this year. 4th down and 1 from the Bulls 7. 4 wide receivers bunched up short side right. Now Coleman will go in motion from right to left, and a timeout taken before the snap by South Florida. So the Bulls take their first timeout before this 4th and 1 play from the 7-yard line. We talked in the pregame show about both of these teams being very good in the red zone. North Texas touchdowns in the red zone, 25 out of 31. Scoring in the red zone, 30 out of 31. So the Bulls have a rare opportunity here for a stop on 4th and 1 from the 7-yard line. Bulls coming out of the timeout, their first of the first half, 9:31 to go first quarter. Scoreless, but North Texas threatening. Hawkins will still be the running back, 3 wide receivers wide side left this time. Much different formation than the one they showed before the timeout a moment ago. 4th down and 1. Handoff up the middle. Hawkins, Bulls had him stopped, but he broke a tackle and got the first down. He gets to the 3, picking up 4 yards. Boy, the Bulls almost had the stop. Instead, it's 1st and goal from the South Florida 3-yard line.
Yeah, Harris, I mean, he just penetrated the line so quickly and hit him low, but he had a blocker on him and he couldn't finish the tackle. Just a great job by him, great effort, but obviously you got to finish those. Would have prevented from North Texas from getting the first down.
8th play of the drive coming up. 1st and goal from the 3. Young comes in motion. Handoff. No, it's Mestemaker keeping it, goes to the right side and gets in the end zone. Drew Mestemaker with a nice fake to the left. He kept it, went to the right, and gets his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season.
Yeah, that was a really good run fake by Mestemaker, and he was able to take that ball into the end zone, run just around the corner of Mac Harris. And I'm just surprised that they didn't throw him a flag. I know he's at his home stadium, but he spiked that ball pretty hard in the end zone with no consequence. So a little bit of home field advantage for North Texas.
Yeah, the Bulls coaching staff looking for a call there, but none forthcoming. Kali and Guma for the point after, and it's good. So North Texas takes advantage of the Bulls' early turnover, and the Mean Green on the board first. 8:42 to go first quarter. North Texas 7, the Bulls nothing on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
Hey Bulls fans, score big at Hooters this season and take advantage of the Bulls Bundle Tailgate Pack. 20 traditional wings, 20 boneless wings, fries, or tots for $62.99. Available for to-go orders only in the Tampa Bay area. Visit originalhooters.com to place your order. Even better, you can register for your chance to win a Hooters USF tailgate party. Hootie and Rocky will pay a visit to your catered tailgate, including USF tents and chairs, before the November 6th game versus UTSA. Visit originalhooters.com/bulls to enter. Hooters, get your game on.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, who's your good boy? Oh, who's what? Oh,
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
You're tuned into USF football on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Don't miss Bullseye with head coach Alex Golish, the half-hour show hosted by Derek Sharp, Joey Johnston, and Kaylee Cottrell. Can be heard each game week featuring a different player guest in addition to the head coach. Bullseye is available each Wednesday on your favorite podcast app. Just search South Florida Bulls Audio, and a video version hits each Thursday on the USF Athletics YouTube channel. Memphis is already bowl eligible. North Texas could be the second team in the American to get their 6th win. If they win this one tonight, Bulls still have a lot to say about that, though. We're midway through the first quarter. 7-0 Mean Green. Alvon Isaac will be deep along with Jaquan Smith as North Texas gets ready to kick off. 8 plays, 53 yards, 4 minutes on the scoring drive after the Byram Brown fumble led to the second possession of the night for North Texas. Kickoff on the way. Returnable, but Isaac is going to let it sail a yard deep into the end zone for the touchback. So the Bulls will come out at the 25. They were moving the ball. They had 24 yards on the ground, 10 yards through the air. But then the sack fumble cost them 12 yards and, of course, the possession. Nakai Davenport will be the running back on 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Neptune and Singleton split wide right. Sullivan in motion, designed run. Here's Brown pushing it up the middle. Boy, he really moved the pile. Got it to about the 33. That's an 8-yard pickup, 2nd and 2. Bulls have done a great job early setting themselves up with 2nd and manageable. Here's Davenport, and looks like he'll get the first down. He needed the 35, and they'll give him a 2-yard pickup, 1st and 10 Bulls.
I really like how USF is using the run game to really set the pace for their offense this game. Last week, you saw them take some deep shots early in the game, weren't successful, and it kind of disrupted their ability a little bit later in that first quarter.
4 runs, 2 passes so far. Here's a pass caught by Neptune on the near sideline. He'll be out of bounds at the 40. That'll be a 5-yard pickup. 2nd down and 5. Sullivan, the tight end, will line up right side, 3 wide receivers. Davenport, the running back, and Whistles first. See what we got here.
7 minutes and 50 seconds, and the 25-second play clock to 25, and both will start on my signal.
So that's an addition of 3 seconds on the game clock. It's now 7:50 remaining in the first quarter. Bulls with a 2nd down and 5 on their 40-yard line. Sullivan will go left side this time. And they will keep it. Here's Brown trying the right side. He's got a good gain, enough for the first down. He'll get about 10 out to the 50. And the Bulls with a new set of downs right at midfield and ready to go again. Here's Brown to throw. Got a man, caught. It's Nimrod. He had the first down at the 40, then was driven back. So he's probably going to be about a yard short, but it's a solid 9-yard pickup. 2nd down and 1 from the North Texas 41. Fumble on the handoff to Davenport, and they lost it again. North Texas football.
Yeah,
oh, boy.
Almost in the same place in the field as the fumble for Byron Brown this last drive. And that's one of the things when you're playing with a running back that you just haven't had that many snaps with. That exchange, it's clean when you're playing with the guys you're mostly in there with, but just that snap was just that exchange was a little bit rough. Looks like Byron Brown was willing to give the ball off, and Davenport probably thought that he wanted to, keep it, and he just didn't secure it, and that's a very costly fumble. 2nd in this first quarter.
Bulls defense back to work. 7 minutes to go first quarter. 7-0 North Texas on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls Unlimited is your 24/7 home for all South Florida sports.
It is good.
Now in our 9th year of streaming around the clock, Bulls Unlimited is available via the TuneIn app. Just search Bulls Unlimited Also available on GoUSFBulls.com. Head to the Fans tab where you can also get our weekly schedule, which includes Bulls Beat, hosted by yours truly, Derek Sharp. The half-hour show filled with news, highlights, and interviews airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, we bring you Bullseye with head coach Alex Golish.
Thank you. Go Bulls.
And when November rolls around, once again, Bulls Unlimited is your home for live men's and women's basketball play-by-play.
Three ball, right side. Yeah!
Wow.
Let's go! Yeah!
We also dig into the archives for classic hoops as well as football.
Brody in the shotgun, looking for the end zone. Caught! Jesse Hester! Touchdown! The Bulls beat Auburn!
And remember, right when we sign off today, we'll have a replay of the action. So if you haven't already, follow us on X at Bulls Unlimited and download Bulls Unlimited on the TuneIn app.
The soul of the West lives on in every pair of handcrafted cowboy boots. At Boot Barn, we're proud to carry a heritage brand that's been preserving tradition and honing their craft since 1879. Made with techniques passed down from father to son, Justin boots stand for quality, comfort, and timelessness. With roots going back over 100 years, they're more than a boot maker. They're a Western legacy. Justin Boots at Boot Barn.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Back to South Florida football on Q105.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Bulls. They trail 7-0. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the South Florida Bulls radio network.
WRBQ FM HD1 HD2 Tampa, WJBR AM Sefner, W276CX Newport Richie, W221 DW Tampa. This is South Florida Bulls football.
The frustrating thing, Joey, is that the Bulls are moving the ball almost at will, but they keep putting it on the ground.
Yep, it's a recipe for losing, Jim. First, Byron Brown has it stripped away on a sack, and then a bad exchange between Byram and Nike Davenport. 2 turnovers on 2 drives. That is exactly what you don't want to do in this environment. Now the crowd is fully engaged, and North Texas leads at 7-0.
Mackenzie McGill is the running back. 1st and 10 on the North Texas 43. Bulls have outgained the Mean Green 54 yards to 42, but unfortunately that's not the story so far. High formation on 1st and 10. Draw play, they run it up the middle, and a good tackle by Mac Harris, or else McGill might have been off to the races. As it was, he got about 4 to the 47, 2nd down and 6. Mestamaker rolling out to the right, got a man wide open down the far sideline. He stepped out at the Bulls 45, and the Bulls fortunate about that. Brandon Young, one of the tight ends, had no defender near him, but his momentum carried him out of bounds. Still a 1st down to the Bulls 45-yard line. 6:25 to go, 1st quarter. It has not been a good start for the Bulls. 3 wide receivers, running back right side. Mestamaker will throw. Has time, throws, it's caught by Dorner, slips a tackler, and gets inside the Bulls 20. 2nd big catch for Cameron Dorner. And North Texas is in the red zone again at the Bulls' 17-yard line. 28 yards on that play. So a critical juncture here for this Bulls defense. Bulls in danger of going down 2 scores early. Handoff, they run it up the middle, and McGill will get to the 14 before running into Fred Gaskin. That'll be a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
One of the things that USF has struggled with throughout these weeks is when you look at the middle of the field, sometimes it's almost vacant, and that's where a lot of teams are having the majority of their success in the passing game is against USF. Linebackers have to get a little bit more depth in their drop to prevent that window from being so wide open.
2nd down and 7. Mestamaker to throw, picked off. Jalen Schuler coming back the other way, 30-35 and down at the 40. The Bulls with a huge takeaway. Jalen Schuler, the first man this year to intercept a North Texas quarterback. Couldn't have been a better time for it.
Couldn't have been a better time, couldn't have been a better guy. I mean, when you take a look at this North Texas offense and how they're set up, the plays are so much, they're dialed in. And Jalen Schuler, it takes the time as a linebacker to sometimes just get your wind up under you. And he got right in that throwing window, telegraphed the pass by the quarterback, and he just took it away. But, I mean, Jim, did you see the elevation on that catch? I mean, he went up and got it, and he looked like a real skill player when he caught that ball. Heck of a job by the senior.
1st and 10 on the Bulls 41. Alvon Isaac is the running back. 3 wide receivers, wide side left. Brown, designed run, gets it outside, got a little room, crosses the 50, splits 2 tacklers, spins, and almost got all the way. He's down at the 34. The last possible man just tripped him up. 1st and 10, South Florida. Here's Isaac, another gaping hole. He's inside the 30 to the 27. That's a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. Bulls averaging a little over 6 yards per carry. Brown runs left side and will be near the 1st down. Looks like he got it. Had to get to the 24, and he got enough. 1st and 10 Bulls. 7-0 North Texas, but the Bulls on the march. Fake to Isaac, looking toward the end zone. Still looking, can't find anybody. Now the pass is batted, and it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 24.
Great job by this offensive line. Byron Brown had a lot of time back there in that pocket as he searched down the field for an open receiver. Just unfortunately, none of the guys could get loose, and then North Texas defense. It's going to be a really good duel against North Texas's defensive line and USF's offensive line this game.
2nd and 10 on the 24. Here comes Isaac trying to get the left corner. He'll get to the 20. 4-yard pickup, setting up 3rd down and 6. Bulls up to the line of scrimmage quickly. 3rd and 6 from the North Texas 20. Isaac on the right side. 2 wide receivers right, Rubin and Koger. Here's the running play to Isaac, and he'll be a yard or 2 short. He got to the 16. It's going to be 4th down and about 2, and the offense staying out there. 4th and 2 for the Bulls. They need to get to the 9. Brown will keep. He's got room. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Bulls doing most of their damage on the ground. Here's Brown keeping, jukes it inside. He scores. Byron Brown, 7-yard touchdown. Bulls on the board for the first time today. Jalen Schuler got the interception to get them the ball, and then South Florida just ran it down the field. 4th rushing touchdown of the year for Byron Brown. Now Gramatica for the extra point. Chase Leon the holder. And we are tied. 8 plays, 59 yards, only 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Both teams have scored off turnovers. We're even at 7. And Joey, what a turnaround just when it looked like it was getting a little dark for the Bulls, maybe going down 2 scores. Now they're back even.
Yeah, Jim, we're early in this season, all things considered, but if this season continues to unfold like it might, we're going to circle that Jalen Schuler play as maybe one of the biggest we'll see all season. You can't underestimate how big that was. It not only stopped North Texas, but it jump-started USF, and we have a ball game again.
North Texas has struggled defending the run all season, and the Bulls exploiting that. They already have 89 rushing yards in this game. Brown with 48. So Zouadji will kick it off here in a 7-7 game. 2:38 to go, first quarter. Kick is away, heading toward the end zone, and that will be a touchback. So North Texas's offense will take over. Mestamaker is 5 of 9 for 67 yards, but picked for the first time this year. Even the backup quarterback had played and not had an interception. So the play by Schuler, a big one, the first interception suffered by North Texas all year.
Well, big-time players make big-time plays, and I'd argue that Jalen Schuler, along with Mac Harris, that's the best. That's the absolute best tandem that this North Texas defense has seen, offense has seen all year.
1st and 10 from the 25, handoff to Hawkins, and he'll get a couple. They'll give him the 27 for a gain of 2, and it will be 2nd down and 8. North Texas 5-0, the Bulls 4-1. Both teams are 1-0 in conference. Mestamaker to throw on 2nd down, pressure coming, screen to Hawkins, and he is drilled. He tried to jump over Seliskar, and he jumped right into Mac Harris.
You know, Jim, sometimes I have to question Mac Harris. Is this guy mentally insane? I mean, some of the hits that he lays on people, it's just crazy. He plays so violent, and he's consistently violent. He needs to be studied. That was a heck of a hit.
3rd down and 7. Hawkins, the running back, lined up as a wide receiver, now comes back in the offensive backfield. Mestamaker to throw on 3rd down. Straight drop, awful lot of time. Now pressure coming, but it's caught, and it's a 1st down. That's Wyatt Young out near midfield. Just too much time for Mestamaker, and he measured it. 1st down at the 47 of North Texas. So that's a big 3rd down conversion. Mestamaker back at work again. Got a man again into South Florida territory to the 37-yard line. Miles Coleman tackled by Tavin Ward, 1st and 10. At the 37 of the Bulls now, North Texas picking up the pace a little bit offensively. Going to throw again. Pressure coming, dumps it off left side. It's Hawkins. Breaks a tackle, gets a few more yards down the sideline, and enough for a 1st down. So North Texas moving the ball quickly. They're all the way to the 23-yard line of the Bulls. 1st and 10. 35 seconds left in the quarter.
Yeah, and that was a tackle that Jalen Schuler doesn't usually miss. And I'm not sure if he's just fatigued or if maybe he's dealing with a little an ailment there because he was running a little bit gingerly. Hopefully he's okay.
Mestamaker has now thrown for 117 in the quarter. Handoff, McGill right up the middle, untouched, and he will fight through a tackler and score. 23 yards, that was a big hole, and scoring the touchdown, North Texas has retaken the lead. McGill with the touchdown run. That's his 5th of the year.
Yeah, and it really looked like a defensive lineman might have made the wrong move, Jim. You don't typically see a gap that large on this defense. There was just no one in sight. And typically, miscommunication happens at the 2nd level. A guy dives into the wrong gap, 2 guys in the same gap. It's a big hole and a lot of opportunity for the running back.
Extra point is good, and North Texas reclaims the lead in the waning moments of the 1st quarter. 14-7, 6 plays, 75 yards, 2 minutes and 26 seconds. Joey, one of the things Alex Golish said during the week was hopefully it's not a shootout, but it's sure starting off that way tonight.
Yeah, it has the look of a shootout. Both teams are moving fast and moving the ball. And I guarantee you, if North Texas continues this pace, USF will be at that pace as well. So I don't know if it can change that drastically. But Jim, it looks like we're in a shootout.
Jaquan Smith, Alvon Isaac will be deep. 12 seconds left in the quarter. 14-7 North Texas. Bulls back home for homecoming. That'll be a night game a week from tomorrow against Florida Atlantic. Kickoff heading toward the end zone, returnable, taken by Isaac at the 2, up the near hash mark to the 20, and that's all he'll get. Good coverage by North Texas. The Bulls will start with the ball at the 20 with 5 seconds left in the quarter. Bulls have been outgained 160 yards to 113. 2 takeaways by North Texas, 1 by South Florida. And now the Bulls will take over with presumably 1 play to run before the quarter expires. Nakai Davenport is the running back. 4 wide receivers. Sullivan comes in motion, now comes in tight. And Brown to throw. Plenty of time. Throws it long downfield, and it is intercepted. Bulls have turned it over 3 times in the quarter. Colin Lewis with the interception. They were trying to get it to Keyshawn Singleton, and that's how the first quarter will end. 4 turnovers last week, 3 in the
That's the end of the first quarter
tonight. We head to the second quarter in Denton, Texas, with the Bulls trailing 14-7 on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
USF's meteoric rise in academics is matched only by its surge in athletics. USF football, in less than 30 years, is crashing the gates of college football's elite. But they've never had a true home. Until now. A cathedral built for college football, seating over 35,000. The campus will come to life as tents and RVs fill fan zones that stretch across every inch of green space. Tens of thousands of alumni and fans join in on the game day celebrations, some relaxing in luxury suites, others in exclusive club areas. Many more are gathered in one of college football's boldest features, a rooftop lounge boasting the longest bar in the state of Florida. This is more than just a stadium. It's a statement, a new home, a new era, and it all begins now.
Reserve your seat by becoming a season ticket holder today. Call 1-800-GO-BULLS. That's 1-800-GO-BULLS.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Did you know accidents are the #1 leading cause of death and injury for children? Swimming pools, toys and bicycles, even school backpacks need your supervision. Do you know first aid? Have you practiced a fire drill? Your family's safety begins with you.
This station, the Beasley Best Community of Caring, and Rico Automotive have more information at myq105.com/caring.
Horns up. This is the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls fans, if you want the best shot at seats in USF's brand new on-campus stadium opening in 2027, the key is getting your 2025 tickets now. Early ticket holders get priority when it's time to pick seats in the new stadium. Call 1-800-GO-BULLS or visit usf.edu/stadium to lock in your season tickets and stay in the loop. Don't wait. The future of Bulls football starts today. 14-7. The Bulls have turned it over 3 times, 1 interception and 2 lost fumbles. And that has negated an overall good performance by the Bulls offense, where they have marched the ball downfield very effectively, especially on the ground. But now, Sam, here we are again, ball in the middle of the field, and the Bulls in danger of going down 2 scores.
Sure. It was my personal opinion, prior to this game, that this environment was going to be a lot for North Texas, even though this is their home, their home field. But I think it's had that type of impact on USF. And I think, this game has started pretty fast. All of the turnovers, right there at the hands of Byron Brown, the best player on this team. And he just has to find some time to calm things down and get going. I think sometimes, he's pressured to get out there and start fast and have early success, but he just has to find his center point, calm things down, slow things down, and let his team rally around him so he can make the plays that this fan base knows he can.
North Texas has started in great field position most of the night, and this is no exception. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of South Florida. McGill, who had the touchdown run a moment ago, is the running back. I formation on 1st and 10. Mestamaker with a long snap count and some flags before. Might have been movement. It'll be on North Texas.
Offense, number 70, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Tay Yanta, the center, with the first penalty of the night on the mean green. Back on the North Texas side of the field at the 49, 1st down and 15. And whistles again, flags down.
Ball start, offense, number 3, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Got a wide receiver that time, Simeon Evans, and it's 1st and 20. So North Texas going backwards here with back-to-back penalties to start this drive. Bulls jumping around defensively. They will run, and a great tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Jarvis Lee knocks down McGill back on the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 25, loss of 5 on the play.
Well, we've said it all year, Jim. I mean, these defensive backs, this is the best tackling group of DBs that I've seen for USF all year. Coach DeMarcus Van Dyke has just done such a great job with this group. They're playing really good football.
2nd tackle for loss for the Bulls tonight. Coming blindside, they don't quite get there. Mestamaker gets it off for a short completion. Jacob Merrifield made the tackle. They'll pick up a couple of yards. Trey Williams made the catch to the 44. Gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 20. North Texas 1 of 3 on 3rd downs. You got to have the stop here if you're the Bulls defense, trailing 14-7 early 2nd quarter. 4 wide receivers, running back left side. Mestamaker straight drop. Again, a lot of time. Throws incomplete. Tried to get it to Young near sideline. Too tall for him. It's 4th down, and that'll bring out the punt unit.
Yeah, great job by this defense, but obviously it started with the mistakes that North Texas made, and 2 consecutive false starts, backed them up, put them behind the sticks, put them behind the chains very early in downs. And so just a great job by USF maintaining that and finding a way to get off the field, put the ball back in the hands of their offense.
Sawyer Evans has only punted 12 times in 5 games, averages 41 a kick. Alvon Isaac deep for the Bulls, standing at the South Florida 15. Good snap. End over end kick, pushes Isaac back, makes the catch at the 7. Up the near sideline to the 20, spins off a tackler, gets to the 24. Nice return by Isaac, 17. And it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Bulls with 89 yards on the ground, 24 through the air, but they've given it away 3 times. We'll see how they do on this possession when we come back. 13:32 to go until halftime. Bulls down 14-7 on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Beef O'Brady's wants your kids to be part of the USF Bulls Player Tunnel. This season, at all USF Bulls home football games, your child can get on the field at Raymond James Stadium as the Bulls get set to take on their rivals. Sign up at Bulls Bay in the South Plaza on game day to be part of this amazing experience. Participation subject to NCAA and American Conference compliance rules. Beef O'Brady's, proud partner of the USF Bulls.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue center? And exhale. Treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts. Seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue. Having your own Florida Blue health consultant.
Welcome.
Or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Run with the Bulls right here on Q105.
The still unbeaten Bulls men's soccer team is back home next Friday when they welcome new conference foe Missouri State to Corbett Stadium. Kickoff at 7 p.m. For tickets, go to usfbullstix.com. Well, Joey, I guess the good news is the Bulls have done a whole lot of bad things so far tonight. It's a one-score game. They've got the ball. They're still very much in it.
Yep, the Bulls are hanging in there, but they certainly have to play much better. They are moving the ball on offense. They've had 4 drives, 1 touchdown, but 3 turnovers. Got to get that cleaned up, obviously, pronto.
1st and 10 from the South Florida 24. Byron Brown, 4 of 6 for 24 yards and an interception. He's run for a team-leading 48 yards. Sam Franklin, who opened the game at running back, is back in for the Bulls. Sullivan in motion. Handoff to Franklin, trying the right side, and he won't get much, probably a yard to the 26. It'll be 2nd down and 9. One of the few times the Bulls haven't knocked out big yardage on 1st down plays. Now Brown to throw. Got a man. It's caught. Nice move to get the 1st down. It's Koger. Broke out in the game against Charlotte last week. Gets his first catch of the night here, and he gets a 1st down out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Bulls. Byron Brown running it to the right and will be forced out of bounds at about the 44. That'll be a 5-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. Bulls trailing 14-7 here in the 2nd quarter. Handoff to Franklin, bounces off a couple of tacklers, but he's going to be knocked down at the 45. That'll be around the line of scrimmage, might have picked up a yard. Going to set up 3rd down and 4. Bulls 0 for 1 on 3rd downs. They need to get to the 49-yard line. It is 3rd and 4 from the Bulls' 49. Brown ready to go. Now up to the line of scrimmage, might be changing the play. Gonna pass, straight drop, throws, got a man, caught, first down, Wyatt Sullivan into North Texas territory to the Mean Green 40, and the Bulls convert the third down. Pickup of 15, 1st and 10 from the North Texas 40. Bulls were ready to go, officials stopping them for a moment. Now they snap it. Hand off to Franklin. He'll burrow forward for 4, getting it to the 36, 2nd down and 6. The Bulls wide receivers all ready to go for the next play before everybody even got untangled. Here's Brown throwing to Nimrod, makes the catch and struggles for the first down. He gets to the 30. That should be enough. 1st and 10, Bulls. 6-yard pickup on that play. 8th play of this drive coming up for the Bulls. 1st and 10 from the North Texas 30, 10:45 left in the half. Brown will toss it to Nimrod, and he'll pick up about 4. Solid defensive hit there after the short gain to hold it to a 4-yard pickup. That was Armstead on the tackle. Bulls ready to go again. Brown looking to throw, taking an end zone shot. He had Porter and he overthrew him. Incomplete in the end zone. Boy, Porter broke free, had a couple of steps on the defender, but they couldn't hook up, and now another third down. 3rd and 6 on the 26.
The old sluggo, Jim, to the wide side of the field. Byron Brown, he really has to make those passes. I mean, you're looking at a touchdown and kicking a field goal here if he found his man. Really great route by Porter.
Got to have 6, got to get it to the 20. Brown to throw. Now going to dump it and run, and fights his way inside the 20, and he got the first down. Byron Brown, another tough run. He picks up 7 to the 19, 1st and 10 Bulls. 10 minutes left in the half. Franklin runs it up the middle, and he'll get a couple. Now moves the pile late and picks up a little extra yardage. Looks like he got inside the 15 to the 14. That's a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5. Sullivan split wide right now for the Bulls. Brown looking to throw, going that side to the end zone to Koger, and it is caught. Touchdown. Jeremiah Koger rides again. The freshman making a big impact the last couple of weeks, and he gets the Bulls back within a single point.
That's just a great job by Byron Brown, finding a way to be resilient and finding a way to keep the drive alive. Some tough runs, and he found his man in the end zone. You know what? Real leaders, they find a way, and they keep it going. You know, he didn't get down. Obviously, 2 fumbles and interception. Most guys tucking their tail, but this guy seems like he's ready to play some football.
2 catches tonight for Koger. The extra point is good by Gramatica. And we're tied again. 9 minutes, 37 seconds to go, second quarter. 14 apiece on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
For WeatherTight windows and doors done right, call WeatherTight Windows for WeatherTight Mike. For WeatherTight Windows, hurricane strong, go to WeatherTightWindows.com. 813-908-0131. For energy savings the whole year long, WeatherTightWindows.com.
WeatherTight Windows only sells PGT custom windows and doors, the best in the industry, and WeatherTight Windows has been best of Tampa Bay for 3 years in a row. Don't miss out on current rebates, $100 per window, $200 per door. Go to WeatherTightWindows.com today and schedule your free consultation. Do it before hurricane season. Tell WeatherTight Mike MJ sent you, and don't forget the cookies.
813-908-0131. WeatherTight Windows. WeatherTightWindows.com.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, who's your good boy? Oh, who's what? Oh,
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
The action continues on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
The exclusive radio home for Bulls basketball is Bulls Unlimited, streaming 24/7 on the TuneIn app. Catch the men's and women's game all season long, starting with the debut of Brian Hodgson as the men take on St. Leo in an exhibition game 2 weeks from tonight. Be sure to download the TuneIn app and search Bulls Unlimited. Derek Sharp will handle the women's broadcast, Jim Lighthall, Joey Johnston, the men's games, and Joey, preseason number 2 for the men, preseason number 1 for the women in the conference. Not bad. Ought to be a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, really not bad, Jim. Two elite rankings. We know the women are used to success, and they've got 4 great newcomers. Had a chance to visit with the men's team the other day at their media day, and boy, they've got a ton of talent from a lot of different places, and they could have one of the best front courts in not only the American but the nation. So really excited with what we may see from the men this year.
Bulls getting ready to kick off. Simeon Evans is deep for North Texas. Adam Zuaji is ready to kick off for the Bulls in a 14-14 game. .9:37 to go, second quarter. Bulls will start with the ball in the third quarter. Another good job by Zuaji as he sends it to the back of the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. North Texas, 38 yards on the ground, 122 through the air. Drew Mestamaker, 10 of 15, 1 interception. Bulls have overcome 3 first-half turnovers to be even in this game. Caleb Hawkins will be the running back. 1st and 10 from the North Texas 25-yard line. Mestamaker to throw, incomplete over the middle, and a flag comes down. I think they're going to get Ben Knox for pass interference, trying to get that ball to Landon Sides.
Well, you got a flag in the backfield, Jim, too, and that's usually an indication of some type of holding or personal foul on the quarterback, and I didn't see that happen on the quarterback, so there's a good chance these flags offset.
Officials are conferring at the moment. Only 1 penalty
There are
on
2
each
fouls
team.
on the play, both by the defense. Pass interference, defense, number 1. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, hands to the face, defense, number 63. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
So Knox and Seliskar, and they'll take the infraction on Josh Seliskar. So the ball comes out to the 40, and a first down for North Texas. Second penalty of the night on the Bulls. All tied at 14 here in Denton, Texas. Mestamaker going to throw on first down. Again, the crossing pattern over the middle. It's caught, and that'll be a first down. That's Dorner with another catch. He's had a big night. Into South Florida territory on the Bulls' 47. Long far sideline and way out of bounds. A flag comes down on Knox, but both players were well out of bounds. Alex Golish right in the official's grill there. I can't believe this flag will
Pass
stand up.
interference. Defense. Number 1. 15-yard penalty.
My goodness.
First down.
Well, Jim, that's a really tough one. And obviously, I've always been the guy where it's like, let the guys play. Sometimes things will get chippy down the field. But it really looks like both of the guys were out of bounds and the ball was also uncatchable. And so, as a referee, you don't want to blur the lines here, but that's a really tough one when that contact was made, those guys being out of bounds.
So the ball comes to the 32 of the Bulls, 1st and 10. And just watching the replay, that's absurd. Both players were 2 to 3 feet out of bounds. The ball was further than that. Here's the handoff to Hawkins. He's wrapped up by Jalen Schuler after about a 6-yard pickup to the 26-yard line. And now another flag comes down well away from the play. I almost wonder if this is on the South Florida sideline.
Sideline warning. South Florida.
So that's a warning only, no yardage, but that's Alex Golish still trying to work the call on that pass interference a moment ago.
Well, it's clear they don't like Florida boys in Texas. This is going to be a good one today. I mean, a lot of energy. And if I was Coach Golish, I'd be just as upset as he was, maybe a little bit more, because that penalty was uncalled for, Jim.
2nd and 4 from the Bulls' 26. Run to Hawkins, and he'll get wrapped up near the line of scrimmage. DJ Harris with a nice play, setting up 3rd down. Did pick up a couple, so we'll call it 3rd down and 3. They're on the 25. They need the 22. North Texas 1 out of 4 in 3rd down conversions. Running back right side, 4 wide receivers. Now Hawkins will split wide left. Mestermaker alone in the backfield. Rolling to the right, getting chased, unloads, and it's caught. And it'll be enough for the 1st down at the 20-yard line. Miles Coleman with the catch. The pressure almost got there. It was Singleton on the dead run, but Mestermaker hung in, unloaded, got his team the 1st down. On the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Under pressure again, ball is batted in the air and incomplete. Jacob Merrifield got a hand on that. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Well, he's definitely not a name that you've heard a lot this season. But, again, one of the changes that you see with this defense that you hadn't seen in a while, a lot more depth on the defensive line. A lot of guys that you can roll in and get active, move them around a lot and confuse the offensive line. You got to keep pressure on this quarterback today because, again, he's a young guy. And although he's a good thrower, when he's not under pressure, putting him under pressure is going to give you some opportunities.
2nd down and 10 from the Bulls' 20. Draw play. Hawkins breaks a tackle in the backfield and gets 5 to the 15-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. 7:20 to go, 2nd quarter. North Texas taking a little time here now. 14-14 tie. But defensive stops have been hard to come by for both teams with the exception of turnovers. They will throw. Lot of time. Now breaking down, dumps it over the middle, caught. Tackled short of the 1st down is Young. He'll get to the 11. It's 3rd down and 1. Schuler made the tackle. So 3rd down and 1 from the Bulls. Make it 4th and 1, and the offense staying out there. So that was the 3rd down play. Now it is 4th. 4th down and 1.
Really big down for this defense.
Mestermaker's going to split wide right. They're going to do a direct snap to Wyatt Young. He takes the ball. He hands it off. No, he keeps it, runs it up the middle, and he gets in the end zone. Wyatt Young faked the handoff to Hawkins, took the direct snap, and ran it in for North Texas. It's his first time rushing all year long.
Yeah, just a really good job by North Texas. I mean, you got to give credit where credit is due. And they came in with a scheme that I'm sure USF really hadn't seen and weren't really prepared for. And when you get into those zone option type of plays, it was the outside zone option, read option style. And they just got a lot of width on USF and created too many gaps for the linebackers and secondary players to fit through. Wyatt Young was able to just walk into the end zone.
Extra points is good. And the Bulls are playing from behind again. 6:12 to go, second quarter. North Texas 21, the Bulls 14 on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Bulls Unlimited is your 24/7 home for all South Florida sports.
It is good.
Now in our 9th year of streaming around the clock, Bulls Unlimited is available via the TuneIn app. Just search Bulls Unlimited. Also available on GoUSFBulls.com. Head to the Fans tab, where you can also get our weekly schedule, which includes Bulls Beat, hosted by yours truly, Derek Sharp. The half-hour show filled with news, highlights, and interviews airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, we bring you Bullseye with head coach Alex Golish.
Thank you. Go Bulls.
And when November rolls around, once again, Bulls Unlimited is your home for live men's and women's basketball play-by-play.
Three ball, right side. Yeah!
Wow.
Let's go! Yeah!
We also dig into the archives for classic hoops as well as football.
Brody in the shotgun, looking for the end zone. Caught! Jesse Hester! Touchdown! The Bulls beat Auburn!
And remember, right when we sign off today, we'll have a replay of the action. So if you haven't already, follow us on X at Bulls Unlimited and download Bulls Unlimited on the TuneIn app.
You know the power and energy the Bulls bring every game day. Imagine that same energy powering your home. With Blue Nex Power, you can harness the sun's force just like our teams harness their drive on the gridiron. Get in the game with an environmentally friendly, cost-saving solar electric system and score big savings on your energy bills. Kick off your solar journey today at BlueNexPower.com, your local family-owned solar energy provider. Go green, go team, and go solar.
O'Reilly.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
More Bulls football now on Q105.
6 minutes, 12 seconds to go, first half. Second consecutive Friday night game for the Bulls, this one in Denton, Texas. We're back home next Saturday for the homecoming game against Florida Atlantic, and then another really big, tough road game going to Memphis. Bulls have a very challenging conference road schedule with this one, Memphis and Navy, all coming up, all on the road. 21-14 here. As the Bulls get ready to take the kickoff, Alvon Isaac will be deep at the goal line. Jaquan Smith at the 10. 10 plays, 75-yard drive for North Texas. 11 yards on the touchdown run by Young. Here's the kickoff. And this one will sail into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Byron Brown, 10 carries for 60 yards, 9 of 12 passing for 76, but an interception and 2 fumbles, making it difficult for the Bulls here in the first half. Isaac will be the running back on 1st and 10 from the 25. Jaquan Smith in the game at a wide receiver, split out short side left. Brown to throw, pressure coming, forced out, rolls to the right, throws on the run, caught by Singleton. He's out past the 30. They'll give him the 32. That's a 7-yard pickup, 2nd down and 3. Bulls have 2 timeouts remaining. They'll run it. Isaac has a nice little hole, and he's going to get it out past the 35 to the 38. 1st and 10, South Florida. 5:40 to go in the half.
Really nice throw and run by Byron Brown on that previous play.
He's going to throw again on 1st down. Looking, and now will be sacked back at the 30-yard line. 2nd sack of the day for North Texas, Sadiq Clements. And the Bulls backed up now. It's 2nd and 16. From the 37 of the Bulls. 2 wide receivers each side. Isaac still the running back. Brown designed run, and he'll go nowhere. He's going to lose yards. Clements again with the tackle, this time at the 29. That's a loss of 3. And now the Bulls facing a 3rd down and 19.
Jim, not only did he lose yards, he also lost the ball momentarily there too. And it's just a bad sign for USF early in this game, not being able to hold on to the football.
Got to get this all the way to the 48 for a 1st down. They swing it to the right. Isaac makes one man miss, but there's a lot of black shirts there. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And for the first time tonight, the Bulls are going to have to punt.
Yeah, it was just only a 5-yard gain there, and it looked like USF kind of got into a concede mode. And, they threw a quick screen, and the screen got nowhere. The receivers on the perimeter didn't block very well. It's about time USF gets back to the sideline and kind of regroup.
Miles Coleman will be deep. There's still 3:58 to go in the half, and North Texas has all 3 of their timeouts. Leon with a low kick. Hits at the 35, takes a South Florida roll, and will roll dead at the 26-yard line of North Texas. Well, Joey, the Bulls defense had a big takeaway when they really needed it earlier. Probably need to start asking for another one here.
Yeah, you're right. The Bulls have not been down. They've not led in the game, but they've not been down by more than a touchdown so far. You certainly don't want to go down by 2 heading into halftime. This has been definitely a shootout, offensive showcase back and forth for both teams. It's also been a game of mistakes, and the Bulls would certainly like to force another mistake here and try to get in the end zone right before halftime. North Texas leads this 21-14.
North Texas 205 yards, the Bulls 193. 1st and 10 on the North Texas 26. Mestamaker to throw, near sideline, caught, and out of bounds at the 40. That's Dorner again. His 5th catch of the half, gain of 14, 1st down. They'll mark it actually at the 39 for a 13-yard pickup. 3:20 to go in the half. Mestamaker now 13 of 21 for 144. Coleman in motion. They will throw again. Over the middle, incomplete. Trying to get that to Dorner. Rucker had the coverage. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 3:02 left in the half.
Yeah, just a great job by Rucker. That was a slant route to the inside, a little bit deeper of a slant route, more like a post, but great job by Rucker. Just making sure that he keeps his hands off the receiver and he competes with his feet and not with his arms. USF has not been on the great side of pass interferences this game. They don't need any more penalties enabling them.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff, and getting a couple of yards out to the 42 is McGill. That'll set up 3rd down and 7. So a big moment for the Bulls defense here, trying to get off the field. They've held North Texas to 2 out of 6 on 3rd downs, but the problem is North Texas has converted 2 out of 2 on 4th downs. From their own 42, 3rd down and 7. They will throw. Pressure coming, steps aside, pump fake and a run for it, and he got the 1st down. at the 50-yard line, needed 7, got 8. North Texas keeps the football with 2:10 to go.
One thing about this quarterback is he's a pocket passer first, but the quarterback position has evolved so much. Pocket passers weren't so accustomed to running, but it's almost like every quarterback in the
2-minute
country
timeout.
has legs up under him and can run and take off when necessary.
2-minute timeout. It's been an uphill first half for the Bulls. They're down 21-14 on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Florida Blue presents game-changing health solutions. Did you know you can relieve stress by doing yoga at a Florida Blue Center and exhale, treating yourself to Florida Blue discounts, seeing a chiropractor covered by Florida Blue, having your own Florida Blue health consultant,
Welcome.
or cheering on your team right now. Discover more game-changing health solutions at FloridaBlue.com. Florida Blue is a trade name of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Florida, Inc.
Hey Bulls fans, visit Hooters for a USF Bulls away game party. Hang with Rocky and have a chance to win USF home game tickets and Bulls gear while you watch the game. Visit originalhooters.com/Bulls to get all the details on dates and locations. And don't forget to register for your chance to win a Hooters USF catered tailgate at the November 6th UTSA game. Hootie and Rocky will pay a visit to your tailgate and see your new USF tent and chairs. Visit originalhooters.com/Bulls for all the details. Hooters, get your game on.
Did you know accidents are the #1 leading cause of death and injury for children? Swimming pools, toys and bicycles, even school backpacks need your supervision. Do you know first aid? Have you practiced a fire drill? Your family's safety begins with you.
This station, the Beasley Best Community of Caring, and Rico Automotive have more information at myq105.com/caring.
At Regal Kia, we understand that every new car buyer is different. Every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Plus, Regal Kia offers a 20-year powertrain guarantee. Sal says yes, you will pay less.
You're locked in with the Bulls on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
21-14 North Texas. 2 minutes to go first half. Sam, certainly credit to North Texas. They've done some good things, but a lot of this feels self-inflicted tonight so far.
Yeah, sure. You don't want to take away the credit from North Texas. I mean, they're an undefeated team. And I think here in this first half, we've seen what, has caused this team to be undefeated. They're talented. Quarterback throws the ball well. Their defense is high on energy, and they get after the quarterback on their side also. But USF, 2 fumbles, first 2 drives, an interception in the first quarter. And then, just some things that probably shouldn't happen on defense from a penalty standpoint. So, like you said, Jim, very much so self-inflicted on USF side. We've seen this at times from this team this year, and they typically come back into the halftime and fix things up and regroup and go out and play a better half. You got 2 minutes left to go in this half, so hopefully you can get something done on defense. But other than that, they have some things to fix.
Joey, what can you read from the South Florida sideline so far tonight?
Frustration more than anything, Jim, and I think they're very frustrated. They haven't been able to get to Mestamaker. He's done a great job either eluding the pass rush or the line has not allowed the Bulls to get to him at all. That's a pretty big key. He's been on his spot the whole night, really hasn't been bothered too much. I think that's certainly something that has to change.
No sacks for the Bulls, 2 tackles for loss. After that big third down conversion, North Texas has a 1st and 10 right on the 50-yard line. They hold all 3 of their timeouts and have 2 minutes, so time isn't going to be too much of a bother for them here. Bulls have to stop them. Mestamaker to throw. Has time, throws long downfield. That ball's hanging up, and it's picked off. Jonas Duclona. That ball hung up there a long time, and Duclona just ran the better pattern. Bulls with the takeaway.
Yeah, that's the play that everybody's been waiting on for Mestamaker to make. Just a horrible throw. But let me tell you, Jonas Duclona, he adjusted so well on that interception. A lot of times you see defensive back doing all these crazy feet drills and pirouettes in the middle of the field running full speed. It's for those type of plays. He adjusted, he turned around, full speed, 360, and caught the ball, took it away. That's a great job executing on an opportunity that Mestamaker just gave this defense. Now, Jim, USF is in great position here. If they can go and score and get the ball back at halftime, Now what you do is you balance the scales out because you just stole a possession from North Texas. So Byron Brown, let's see what you got here.
Got a long field. They're on their 15-yard line, but they've got 1:52 and 2 timeouts to work with. Isaac will be the running back. Isaac 4 carries, 21 yards so far tonight. 1st and 10 on the South Florida 15. Neptune comes in motion. Brown will throw. Over the middle, caught by Neptune, crossing pattern. He spins forward to the 25 and should have enough for the first down, his first catch of the night. Ball out at the 26-yard line and whistles first. Not sure
Please
what
reset the
this is
game
about.
clock
There we
to
go.
1 minute and 44 seconds. Put the the play clock at 25 seconds, and both will start on my signal.
Well, usually you
Thank
see
you.
clock adjustments be 3 or 4 seconds. That was 11 seconds going back on the board from 133 to 144, so that's good news for the Bulls. Here's Brown, designed run up the middle, and he'll get to about the 29. Give him 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Clock running, 1:25 to go. 21-14 North Texas. Brown to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling to the right. Makes a move and will be dumped at the 32. He'll gain a couple, but now the Bulls will have a tricky 3rd down here with 1:08 to go.
Yeah, 3rd down, just over the 35-yard line, heading towards North Texas's end zone. And I'm going to tell you, Jim, it's definitely a tricky one.
3rd down and 3. Brown will throw. Has time. Throws long for Singleton. Incomplete. That's kind of a low percentage play on 3rd and 3.
Yeah, very much so. But I'll tell you, we've seen, pass interference calls all game, and I can tell you that was some contact beyond the 5-yard line, beyond the 5-yard mark. But USF definitely didn't get that one called for them.
So the Bulls are going to have to punt with 51 seconds left. And remember, North Texas still has 3 timeouts, so they're certainly going to have time before we get to halftime. 4th down and 3. Leon's kick is away. It's a good one. Drives the returner back, and he fumbles the football. Scramble for it. Bulls say they have it, and they do inside the North Texas 20. Cedric Hawkins in the middle of that. That's 3 turnovers for each
Really
team.
on the field as the punt was muffed by the receiving team, recovered by the kicking team. First down, South Florida.
At the 17-yard line with 43 seconds to go.
Yeah, just an interesting turn of events there. And sometimes as players, you can get too high up on yourselves. And, North Texas, I think they're feeling themselves, got a little bit excited. But that's just a bad play to make as a punt returner. And USF is definitely going to make this team regret it.
The Bulls now with a great opportunity. Hit him right in the chest and bounced off. It was Miles Coleman unable to grab the punt. 1st and 10 Bulls on the North Texas 17. Brown running to the right. Designed run. Has an alley. Will get inside the 10. He'll be close to a first down. It'll depend on the spot. It's either first
Timeout.
and goal or
South Florida.
2nd and
That's
short.
their second. It'll be 30 seconds.
35 seconds left. Bulls take a timeout. Let's take a quick 10 seconds for station identification on the South Florida Bulls radio network.
WRBQ FM HD1 HD2 Tampa, WJBR AM Sefner, W276CX Newport Richie, W221 DW Tampa. This is South Florida Bulls football.
The ball is on the 8. It's 2nd and 1. 35 seconds to go. You can only stop it one more time, though, Sam. You got to be careful here.
Yeah, you got to be very careful. And you know what? Points are points, and you could definitely get a field goal here, but this isn't one of those downs where this is one of those circumstances where you want to get a field goal. You have the opportunity to change the course of the game because this is such a competitive game. It's definitely going to come down to one possession. You got to execute here. Byron Brown has to protect the quarterback and make the right decisions.
2nd down and 1 on the North Texas 8. 35 seconds left in the half. Something else going on here.
There's a problem with the line to gain chain. We're swapping those chains out.
The backup chains. I'm glad you brought them, Joey.
It's a heck of a deal carrying them everywhere, but they finally got used.
So out with the old chains, in with the new. You got to wonder how much pressure those chains are feeling, though, coming in a situation like this. 2nd down and 1 on the 8-yard line. 21-14 North Texas. Bulls trying to get even in the final minute before halftime. Now we're ready to go. Bulls need to get it to the 7 for a 1st down. Isaac is the running back. Designed run. Brown up the middle, has the 1st down, gets inside the 5 to the 3. Clock stopped for a moment for 1st down with 27 seconds. Bulls ready to go from the 3. Brown again fights his way forward, does not get in. He's to the 2. 18 seconds and counting. Bulls have 1 timeout left. 15, 14. Bulls looking at the sidelines. 10. Handoff, no, it's Brown. He does not get there, and now they're going to have to take the timeout with 4 seconds to go. It's 3rd and goal from the 2. So
Timeout,
now you go
South
all
Florida.
or nothing for the touchdown.
That is their 3rd charge timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 5 seconds.
All or nothing for the touchdown,
Thank
or
you.
you take the 3. What do you do, Sam?
Well, Jim, I'm taking the 3 points here, Jim. I mean, listen, you got an opportunity to take 3 points here. It's still it makes it a, 1 possession game. Obviously, it's already a 1 possession game, but I'm thinking more about how you set yourself up after you come after the half. And this team has played some of its best football all year coming out after the half. And so I don't want to get ahead of myself. North Texas can block this kick, and then you got no points. But I think that's the best decision here. However, I think USF could have done a little bit better from a strategy standpoint, having been down here. I would have liked to see a throw on the 1st down. There's so many different pass concepts that you can get done down here. Either way, you got to walk away with something.
The ball is on the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down. That's not the big issue, though, because the big issue is there's 5 seconds left, no timeouts. They are going for it. The offense is on the field. Nimrod and Koger split to the left. 5 seconds, no timeouts remaining. You got to get in the end zone. If you're stopped short, you're out of time. Timeout before the snap taken by North
Timeout,
Texas.
North Texas. That's their 1st. It'll be 30 seconds.
So North Texas will have 1 more. All right, Joey, what are you running here?
I think Sam's right. I think you got to put it in the air. There's 5 seconds to go. There's a pretty good possibility if you do a quick pass, you can still kick a field goal or get another playoff. But yeah, running would be very dangerous at this point because you could come away with nothing, and you do not want that.
You've got to have a clock stoppage, whether it be for an incomplete pass or getting out of bounds, because the Bulls cannot stop the clock again in the 1st half.
Well, Jim, I don't know if you noticed this, or maybe I'm just a defensive guy, and I'm examining it by guilt. But these guys have been holding the ball carriers on the ground for at least another second or two, just allowing them, forcing them to slow their pace down. So that's another reason why you can't run the ball, because they're going to hold you so you can't get back up and call timeout.
Nakai Davenport is the running back. From the 2, Brown throws it wide open, touchdown, Jonathan Eccles. We were the closest 2 guys to him. It's a 1-point game.
Yeah, just a great job. They made it up from a scheme standpoint. Great call by Coach Golish. Listen, the tight end he blocked down. Everybody on this field thinks, from a defensive standpoint, they think Byron Brown is going to run the ball. And then at the last moment, that tight end, he snuck out, and he was able to just toss that ball out to him. Just a great job by this offensive way to get in the end zone. After all the things that have happened this first half, we got a tie ball game, and USF getting the ball back just after the half.
Second touchdown of the year for Eccles. Extra point by Gramatica, and we're all even. 5 plays, 17 yards. Bulls now have 14 points off turnovers, even though they've given up the ball 3 times. So has North Texas. And with 2 seconds left on the clock, it sure looks like we're going into halftime in a tie game. Bulls will have to kick off here first. Byron Brown, 2 touchdown passes tonight, 6 on the, make it 12 on the year. And the Bulls will kick off with 2 clicks on the clock remaining. Boy, Eccles was so wide open in the corner of the end zone.
Well, Jim, I'll tell you, that's a very hard play to defend, because when all the offensive guys have their head down and they're blocking down and they're buried, as a defensive guy, you want to hurry up and get in there and fill a gap and try to make a tackle. And then next thing you know, you got a guy running free. It's just a great call by USF.
Tied at 21. Here's the South Florida kickoff. They squib it. Taken by an up back at the 32. Bulls converge on him quickly, and that's how the first half will end. An unusual one again. Bulls turn it over 3 times. Down on the field, Joey's got Alex Golish.
Head coach Alex Golish, I guess there's little doubt you were going for the touchdown on that final play. What was your thinking there?
Yeah, I mean, 5 seconds, it was either going to be there right there, or you were going to throw it at his feet and make sure you got points out of it.
21 all, both teams with 3 mistakes. What do you have to fix?
The mistakes. I mean, it's so self-inflicted. Offensively, so self-inflicted. Defensively, we've come up with some big stops, some turnovers, but you turn it over 3 times. Again, all self-inflicted and all preventable.
Thanks, Coach. You go to halftime. Jim and Sam, back to you.
All right, Joey, thank you. Jim Lighthall, Derek Sharp standing by. Halftime awaits. We're all even at 21 on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they helped me. They calmed me down. They made me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Welcome to the South Florida Bulls halftime report.
Pressure coming, sacked from behind, and the Bulls with a big stop.
Jim Lighthall and Derek Sharp will break down the action, give you some key highlights, and set you up for the second half.
What a play.
Now here's Jim Lighthall.
Welcome back to halftime as the Bulls are tied at 21 apiece in Denton, Texas against the Mean Green of North Texas. What a wild first 30 minutes we just experienced, Derek, and we're right back where we started from, tied up at 21.
All right, so a couple of things. North Texas, like they've been, the Mean Green the last 3 years, are top 10 in the country in scoring points, 44 a game, so they're not even at their average right now. They're also second in the country in turnover margin. But people are freaking out that they're scoring points and turning the Bulls over, as we were in the studio. Yeah. They've been doing it all year long. It's just different, I guess, when it's to your own team. But the fact that the Bulls bounced back from that, especially how they ended a little self-inflicted on the other end, too, with the muff. Yeah. No doubt about that. That was unforced, completely unforced. Hey, 21 all with the ball. You'll take it.
Yeah, we'll go through the highlights in our next segment, and the Bulls got off to a really rough start. Even though they were moving the football, they fumbled it turned it over the first two times they had it, Derek. But now when you look back on it, and we were saying in here at the time, I'm sure the fans at home were saying the same thing, how much the Bulls had left on the table with the 3 first-half turnovers. Well, now, like you say, North Texas has turned it over 3 times. The muff punt was a huge play there, gave the Bulls 7 points. You look at the numbers here, 229 on total yardage for North Texas, 228 for South Florida. The two teams have done it in different ways. North Texas through the air, the Bulls on the ground. The penalties have been a little bit of a problem for South Florida. The 2 big 15-yard penalties on the one drive led to points as well. So each team, I think right now, a lot of teaching points in the locker room.
I thought that was offset by the 2 false starts right after the last play of the first quarter when the Bulls threw their interception, their 3rd turnover, and it looked like North Texas was going to be across midfield and looking to get to that 2-score lead, which they never could get to. But the running success for the Bulls right now, I think, is a huge deal because it sure does look like they can keep doing it.
Yeah, and people have done it against North Texas all year long. Army ran for 387. Western Michigan was over 200 yards. South Alabama was over 200 yards on the ground. The Bulls so far 132 rushing. But I'm a little concerned that Byron Brown has 18 carries for 73 yards in the first half. Do you want your quarterback running the ball potentially 35 to 40 times in a night?
I think the success that they've had when they've had that play call specifically, and a couple of times when they needed him to get some short yardage on 3rd, which he turned into bigger yards. But overall, I think they want more than what they're getting from the running backs, but they're going to get what they can get, and they're going to do what they can do to win the game, and that's what they're doing right now.
And this could set something up in the second half as well with Byron Brown, maybe some sort of a fake run by him, and then he puts it up top. The running backs are getting their yardage. It's not like they haven't been productive. Sam Franklin's averaging 6 yards a carry. Alvon Isaac over 5 yards per carry. So everybody's getting theirs on the ground. The only team that stopped South Florida in the first half was South Florida.
Yeah, a couple nice plays defensively from North Texas, but realistically, the second fumble was just, you can't do it. But again, if you want to say that that's something that is unacceptable, true, but they at least haven't succumbed to how it could have gone. It could have gone in a bad direction, and it's in a good direction right now.
A lot of people this week saying this might be the best game of the whole weekend in college football. We're halfway into this thing, and we're tied at 21. Derek will have highlights when we come back. Bulls and Mean Green at the break on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
USF's meteoric rise in academics is matched only by its surge in athletics. USF football, in less than 30 years, is crashing the gates of college football's elite. But they've never had a true home. Until now, a cathedral built for college football, seating over 35,000. The campus will come to life as tents and RVs fill fan zones that stretch across every inch of green space. Tens of thousands of alumni and fans join in on the game day celebrations, some relaxing in luxury suites, others in exclusive club areas. Many more are gathered in one of college football's boldest features, a rooftop lounge boasting the longest bar in the state of Florida. This is more than just a stadium. It's a statement, a new home, a new era, and it all begins now.
Reserve your seat by becoming a season ticket holder today. Call 1-800-GO-BULLS. That's 1-800-GO-BULLS.
The soul of the West lives on in every pair of handcrafted cowboy boots. At Boot Barn, we're proud to carry a heritage brand that's been preserving tradition and honing their craft since 1879. Made with techniques passed down from father to son, Justin boots stand for quality, comfort, and timelessness. With roots going back over 100 years, they're more than a boot maker. They're a Western legacy. Justin Boots at Boot Barn.
Hey Bulls fans, score big at Hooters this season and take advantage of the Bulls Bundle Tailgate Pack. 20 traditional wings, 20 boneless wings, fries, or tots for $62.99. Available for to-go orders only in the Tampa Bay area. Visit originalhooters.com to place your order. Even better, you can register for your chance to win a Hooters USF tailgate party. Hootie and Rocky will pay a visit to your catered tailgate, including USF tents and chairs, before the November 6th game versus UTSA. Visit originalhooters.com/Bulls to enter. Hooters, get your game on.
This is your head football coach, Alex Golish. The new radio home for Bulls football is Q105.
Well, what a game so far. 21 apiece at the half between the Bulls and 5-0 North Texas, which got the ball first at its own behest because they won the coin toss at a wide open, and I mean a wide open pass get dropped on a 3rd and 11, and that looked great. And the Bulls, Sam Franklin, 2 big chunks, 9 and 15, and then Moody Rubin for 8 and 2, and then a sack fumble. So here come the North Texas Mean Green defense, which came into this one forcing 11 turnovers and number 2 in the country in turnover margin, 11-3. Then they get on the board, 26-yard pass on a 4th and 1. Their running back Hawkins breaks a tackle. He's good at that. Their quarterback ran it in for 2 yards. And the Bulls were down 7-0. Bulls started moving the ball again, but a fumble unforced on a handoff, and all of a sudden, North Texas is in prime position to add to its lead, but the first of turnovers forced by the Bulls.
2nd down and 7. Mestamaker to throw, picked off. Jalen Schuler coming back the other way, 30-35, and down at the 40. The Bulls with a huge takeaway. Jalen Schuler, the first man this year to intercept the North Texas quarterback. Couldn't have been a better time for it.
And a 31-yard run back at that. It was a very athletic play by Brown for 25 yards. And here go the Bulls. 4th and 2. Brown goes for 9. He adds a 7-yard run to close out a tying touchdown drive.
Bulls doing most of their damage on the ground. Here's Brown keeping, jukes it inside. He scores. Byram Brown, 7-yard touchdown. Bulls on the board for the first time today.
2:41 to go in the first quarter, and North Texas had an immediate answer after an insane flying hit by Mac Harris led to a 3rd and 7. Boy, Mestamaker had all the time in the world to complete a 19-yard pass, and 2 plays later, their running back McGill, a 23-yard touchdown rush late in the first quarter. It was 14-7, and the next play, the last play of the quarter, Byram Brown gets intercepted, and it did not look good, but North Texas commits back-to-back procedure penalties. They're 1st and 20 before they get going, and then a TFL makes it 2nd and 25. That leads to one of the very rare punts in this contest. Koger for 13. Wyatt Sullivan is called by Jim Lighthall on a big 3rd and 4 catch. Even though Porter was open in the end zone, Brown couldn't quite connect. He made up for it with the 3rd and 6 first down run, and then a touchdown pass.
Sullivan split wide right now for the Bulls. Brown looking to throw, going that side to the end zone to Koger, and it is caught. Touchdown. Jeremiah Koger rides again. The freshman making a big impact the last couple of weeks, and he gets the Bulls back within a single point.
Great catch, but another answer by North Texas, helped along by some PIs that were very questionable, in a 4th and 1 conversion for a touchdown run. Wyatt Young, a receiver, lined up in the backfield. Seems like the Bulls didn't really pick up on that, and he ran in for 11 yards. So it sure looked like 21-14 at best for the Bulls because North Texas had the ball back. Nice interception by Jonas Taclona. The Bulls could not do anything with it, and this was a very, very pivotal play on the ensuing punt.
Leon's kick is away. It's a good one. Drives the returner back, and he fumbles the football. Scramble for it. Bulls say they have it, and they do inside the North Texas 20.
That was our engineer, Brett Holcomb, freaking out. Nice punt by Chase Leon. And then the Bulls, you could see it. They had 2 timeouts left. Alex Golesh told Byron Brown, we're going to run the ball 3 times up the middle. People were questioning the clock management, but they were not going to call a timeout. They're going to save it until after the second down run. So they had 5 seconds, which turned out to be time for 2 plays, and this was play number 1.
Nakai Davenport is the running back. From the 2. Brown throws it wide open, touchdown, Jonathan Eccles. We were the closest 2 guys to him. It's a 1-point game.
They're not that close. Now the game is 21 apiece. Then we'll give you some more stats and our thoughts to set you up for the second half when we come back on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You know the power and energy the Bulls bring every game day. Imagine that same energy powering your home. With Lunex Power, you can harness the sun's force just like our teams harness their drive on the gridiron. Get in the game with an environmentally friendly, cost-saving solar electric system and score big savings on your energy bills. Kick off your solar journey today at lunexpower.com. Your local family-owned solar energy provider. Go green, go team, and go solar.
When I asked Scott Lucky if his last name had anything to do with his success in the trucking industry, he laughed and said, well, Mike, I guess you could say I've always been lucky. But when I asked him how he and his family grew Lucky Distribution Services into the company it is today, he didn't talk about luck at all. We work hard, he said. We keep a close eye on the bottom line, and we treat our people the right way. In other words, Scott Lucky makes his own luck, which is precisely why he switched to Pure Talk Business. Last month, I paid the big guys $740 for 12 lines, he told me. This month, I paid Pure Talk $420 for the exact same service. Thousands of businesses all over the country are saving real money by switching to America's most dependable 5G network, and luck has nothing to do with it. Just dial pound 250 and say micro. That's pound 250 micro to switch to a wireless company that works as hard as you do. Pure Talk.
You're tuned into USF football on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Welcome back to our network studios in the Bay Area. Jim Lighthall, Derek Sharp with you. We'll get you back to Jim Laux, Sam Barrington, and Joey Johnston in Denton, Texas for the second half of the Bulls and the Mean Green 21-21 tie. Derek, we talked about the numbers being very, very close in the first half. USF 228 yards of total offense. North Texas has 229. How about first downs? South Florida 15, North Texas 16. Time of possession is very close, within a couple of minutes of each other. Both teams have turned it over 3 times. And also, you know, neither team has been outstanding on third downs, but both teams are perfect on fourth downs. All stuff to kind of think about as we go through this last 30 minutes. These are 2 very young, gambling-type coaches that aren't afraid to just go ahead and go for it.
In many regards, North Texas is living up to what we expected from them. The only thing is the turnovers. 3 is what they had achieved, if you will, all year long, and the muff really helped that out. So I love the way the Bulls are fighting through it. I don't think there's any major adjustments to make. I just think you just
take care of the ball,
hang on to the ball. That's the brilliant coaching, but that could be the key.
We said in the pregame the Bulls had scored on special teams 4 of the 5 games this year. They get a huge play on special teams. That play didn't result in points, but they got a 17-yard drive that ended up being points.
Well, there's no way you're tied at the half for that play. Right. So brilliantly work. I think North Texas probably regrets now not taking the ball on defense to start the game, because they punted it right away, and now the Bulls get it.
Bulls will start with the football in the second half. We'll get you back to Denton after this. 21-21 tie on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
For WeatherTight windows and doors done right, call WeatherTight Windows for WeatherTight Mike. For WeatherTight Windows, hurricane strong, go to WeatherTightWindows.com. 813-908-0131. For energy savings the whole year long, WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
Back to South Florida football on Q105.
Great to have you with us tonight from Denton, Texas. Jim Love, Sam Barrington, Joey Johnston, Brett Holcomb with you. Steve Carney back at our network studios, making sure the trains run on time. We got a 21-21 game. Bulls will get the ball to start the third quarter. Sam, aside from the obvious of hanging on to the football, what do you want to see from the Bulls in this second half?
Jim, I want to see a fast start, and when I look back at the previous 4 games, of this season, USF has just done a great job of coming out fast after the half, most of the time. And what it takes is for them to go in at halftime and right their wrongs and just kind of look each other in the face and have some honest conversations about what they are. But it's also a scheme thing, North Texas has done a lot in the past game, probably a little bit more. You got Mestelmaker, who's 14 of 21 for just under 160 yards. And truth be told, I'm not as beat up by how many yards he has, because he doesn't have a ton, but it's when he's making those passes and at what points in the game he's making those passes. So I just want to see USF be better from a defensive back standpoint on the outside, and I want to see USF from an offensive standpoint. Byron Brown has to go be the man that everyone knows he can be. He only has 96 yards. I imagine he's going to try to light it up this half.
Bulls have not led tonight. Tied at 21 and about to get the ball to start the third quarter. Fred Gaskin is deep for the Bulls. First time we've seen him back on kick returns. Smith still the up back. Line drive kick that will sail over Gaskin's head, and it will be a touchback. Byron Brown, 13 of 17, 96 yards, couple touchdowns, 1 interception. He's run for 73 and a touchdown. And we'll see if the Bulls can get on the board here and grab the lead for the first time tonight. Nakai Davenport will be the running back. Franklin, 36 yards, Isaac, 21, Davenport, 2 in the first half. Nimrod and Neptune wide to the left side. 1st and 10 from the Bulls' 25. Neptune in motion. Brown throws to the right, caught by Singleton. He's got room, goes up the far sideline and gets past the 40-yard line for a Bulls first down. His second catch of the night, and it's a big one. Goes for about 18 yards to the 43. 1st and 10, South Florida. Brown to throw again. Other side. This is Nimrod. Breaks a tackle. Has room to run. He's going to get into North Texas territory down near the 30. They'll mark him at the 31. 1st and 10, Bulls. 26 on that play. From the 31 of North Texas, first down. Here's Davenport. Fights his way forward for 2 to the 29. It'll be 2nd down and 8. So the Bulls cover 44 yards on 2 pass plays.
For an injury.
We've got a Bull shaken up. That's Nimrod. And they will take a look at him. So Chaz Nimrod who is the Bulls' leading receiver tonight, 4 catches for 45 yards. Shaken up at the end of this play. This happened away from the tackle. Looks like he came up limping a little bit after the last catch, which happened the play before.
Yeah, he almost tried to get up and, make an effort to get off the field, but Byron Brown kind of, symboled to him like, hey, stay down on the ground. Not to insinuate that you're more hurt than you are, but, sometimes when a guy gets caught like that, it impacts the play clock. And now, USF has a little bit more time to kind of strategize on how to get in the end zone here while the training staff takes a look at one of their most important guys.
He's up and walking to the sideline. Looks like he's moving pretty good. So hopefully the Tennessee transfer will be able to return. We're in the first minute of the third quarter. Bulls have the ball on the North Texas 29-yard line. That is 2nd down and 8. Balanced offense for the Bulls tonight. 140 through the air, 134 on the ground. Nimrod off to the sidelines, and the Bulls ready to go on 2nd down and 8. Eccles will be the tight end. Davenport still the running back. Tied at 21, Bulls looking for what would be their first lead of this game. Singleton and Neptune split to the right. Neptune in motion. Lines up in the backfield. Takes the handoff. He's going to throw. He's got Singleton. Caught. Diving for the pylon. It is. No signal yet. Let's see if he's in or not. Bulls are celebrating, and that's good enough for us. We're calling it a touchdown.
Yeah, Jim, I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're wrong. I think you're right here. The field goal team is already lining up. You got some people that look like they're confused, but that's definitely a touchdown, Jim. Wow.
We knew there was a flea flicker in the works tonight. Christian Neptune to Keyshawn Singleton. He got just inside the pylon on the far side of the field, and although the officials were a little reluctant to put the arms up, it eventually is called a touchdown. Here's Grammatica's extra point. The Bulls lead for the first time tonight. 4 plays, 75 yards, 1 minute and 9 seconds. That's more like it. 13:51 to go, third quarter. 28-21 Bulls on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Another checkup? Why are so many people getting new puppies?
Dr. Kim's veterinary office is littered with cuteness.
We are booked solid for weeks, but who can say no to a puppy, right? Oh, good boy.
She needs to find extra vet techs to get those pups some extra love.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Redeem your $75 credit at Indeed.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply.
Horns up. This is the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
29 yards, Neptune to Singleton. Your reigning American Conference Championship volleyball squad returns home next weekend. The first place Bulls welcome in Charlotte for a 6 o'clock match inside the Corral on Friday. For tickets, visit usfbullstix.com. Joey, this crowd has done a great job creating an atmosphere here. They've been loud, but man, that touchdown was a crowd quieter.
Yep, the student section is just staring in disbelief. The band is trying to get them back into it with some "Hey Baby," but the students are just staring into space right now. So we'll see if North Texas can get its momentum back, because USF certainly has claimed the momentum quickly here in the second half.
And once again, South Florida comes out of the halftime locker room blazing. 28-21 Bulls, as Zuaji is ready to kick it off for South Florida.
Great
now
job.
with 303 yards of offense.
Yeah, great job by this team. Again, just coming out fast and finding ways, to be resilient. And, again, it's just a testament of, what you can get done at halftime, I guess.
Here's the kickoff. That one will reach the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Bulls have run off 14 unanswered and lead at 28-21. North Texas's offense hasn't been on the field for a while between the halftime break and the Bulls getting that turnover on special teams late in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's very true. Just in the last 3 minutes of gameplay, a lot has happened. I feel sorry for the folks who probably got up and went to go get some wings and maybe got back a little late. But you got a different game here after the half.
Hawkins is the running back on 1st and 10 from the 25. Young goes in motion. Mestermaker rolling to the right. Seliscar chasing, and the ball is dropped. Put it right on the money to his intended receiver, Simeon Evans, about 6 yards downfield. Couldn't pull it in, 2nd and 10. Boy, with all the momentum the Bulls have right now, you get a defensive stop, and it's going to be a hard road for North Texas. 2nd and 10 on the 25. Tight formation bunched up on the right side. Handoff, Hawkins, and he'll get to the 29. That'll be a 4-yard pickup. Devin Lee on the tackle. 3rd down and 6. North Texas 3 of 7 on 3rd downs. What a big moment for the Bulls defense if they can force a punt here. We're early third quarter, Bulls leading for the first time tonight. Running back left side. Now Hawkins moves over to the right. 4 wide receivers. Young in motion. Mestermaker to throw. Pressure coming. Unloads, picked off. Fred Gaskin at the 42, working his way back. Cuts inside, gets to the 15-yard line. Turnover number 4. Drew Mestermaker had not been picked all year. Bulls get him for the 3rd time tonight.
We really talked about this in the pregame, and we talked about this kid not necessarily being battle tested all year. And don't get me wrong, he's a redshirt freshman that's gone out and playing some great football the first 4 games of this season. But then you come against the best defense that you've played all year, probably one of the best
Previous
defensive.
play is under further review for a possible targeting.
So they'll go to tape. We're not sure who this potentially is on.
I think it might be on Jalen Schuler because he's the guy who made some pressure, and I saw his his bodily demeanor there, and he looked like he had a nice forward lean and could have made some contact with the top of his helmet, and that's always a big no-no. That would obviously be a very tough situation for USF if Jalen Schuler is the guy who's the culprit on this one.
He got sandwiched. It was Singleton and Schuler.
Yeah.
And I don't know, though, if that contact was high enough or not. It sure didn't look like helmet to helmet, but they're going to look at it. And, yeah, this would be a big, big turnaround if this play does not stand up.
Well, Jim, they made mention of targeting, which, would likely imply that, I want to make sure I'm correct here. Is that implying that the contact was made to his helmet, or is that implying that, he hit him with the top of the crown of his helmet?
Yeah, that's the question. And did he launch or not? I think Singleton is the guy in question.
Wow.
And the angle we just saw didn't look real good for South Florida's interests.
Yeah, not at all. And yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's all obviously in the hands of the referees. I don't think there was direct helmet-to-helmet contact, but again, I'm a Florida guy in Texas, and I have zero luck here. Good thing gambling is also not allowed in this state because I'd be a loser. But we're going to see, you know what I mean? We're definitely going to see. It's great effort by the defense regardless. Speaking from the, role of a defensive player, sometimes it's just hard to control your body when you're coming in so full speed, and the game has changed so much that, the game has changed so much that one small, moving your helmet 2 inches to the right, 2 inches to the left can get you in a lot of trouble.
They're taking a long look at it. If this is not a call, it will go to the
After
15.
review, there is no foul for targeting. First down, South Florida.
Boy, what a huge call there. The Bulls get a 1st and 10 on the North Texas 15, and the play stands up, no targeting. And the Bulls get a fortuitous break there, Joey. If Bulls can punch it in here, that's going to be a play that's remembered.
Yeah, just like I'm not sure what a catch is anymore. I'm not sure what targeting is anymore or why we even have it. But to no avail, the Bulls get the ball.
On the 15 of North Texas, 1st and 10. 28-21 South Florida. We're still only 2 minutes into the third quarter. Franklin is now the running back for the Bulls. If you're just joining us, no Cartavius Norton after getting hurt last week. Franklin, Isaac, and Davenport have split the carries. Brown to throw, caught by Jaquan Smith, wrestling with a defender, tries to get a little bit of yardage. He'll get to the 11. It's a 3-yard pickup. His second catch of the year. It's 2nd down and 7. Bulls ready to go again. This is Franklin busting off tacklers into the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida. Sam Franklin, 11 yards, and the Bulls are up 2 scores. It's his 3rd touchdown of the year.
You hear so many things about momentum and things like that in the game of football, and you've clearly seen a momentum shift here over these last 4 or 5 minutes of gameplay, and it started just before the half. Another, takeaway by USF, and then next thing you know, you got the muff punt. But this team has just done a great job of controlling themselves, keeping control of the game, and finding a way to shift momentum just after the half.
Kick by Gramatica is good. And the Bulls have run off 21 unanswered points. 12:35 to go, third quarter. 35-21 Bulls on the South Florida Bulls radio network.
USF's meteoric rise in academics is matched only by its surge in athletics. USF football, in less than 30 years, is crashing the gates of college football's elite. But they've never had a true home. Until now. A cathedral built for college football, seating over 35,000. The campus will come to life as tents and RVs fill fan zones that stretch across every inch of green space. Tens of thousands of alumni and fans join in on the game day celebrations, some relaxing in luxury suites, others in exclusive club areas. Many more are gathered in one of college football's boldest features, a rooftop lounge boasting the longest bar in the state of Florida. This is more than just a stadium. It's a statement, a new home, a new era, and it all begins now.
Reserve your seat by becoming a season ticket holder today. Call 1-800-GO-BULLS. That's 1-800-GO-BULLS.
You need parts? O'Reilly has parts.
Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select pads for just $10. Or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or Import Direct pads for just $20. Product availability. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Run with the Bulls right here on Q105.
Bulls fans, you don't have to wait until game day to catch our radio pregame. The first hour, heard here first, features loads of news on the matchup, interviews with Bulls coaches and players. Hosted by Derek Sharp and Jim Lighthall, it posts each week to your favorite podcast page 2 days before the game. Just search South Florida Bulls Audio Network for Heard Here First. The show also streams on the 24/7 web stream, Bulls Unlimited. Get it on the TuneIn app. The one bit of bad news in this run by the Bulls was Chaz Nimrod getting shaken up. Joey, what do we know?
Well, Scott Wood, the trainer, just told me that Chaz Nimrod's been taken to the locker room. They are evaluating him. They don't have word yet, but hopefully we'll find out soon. But he was taken off the field into the locker room.
35-21 South Florida with the Bulls ready to kick off. So 2 touchdowns in 2.5 minutes in this third quarter. That drive was 2 plays, 15 yards, 24 seconds. Franklin, 11 yards on the touchdown run. Zuaji to kick it off. He has been busy tonight. Early third quarter. End over end kick, another touchback. He's done a great job kicking off for the Bulls this year, and he's had nothing but touchbacks so far tonight. So Drew Mestemaker with 3 interceptions tonight, 14 of 23 for 157. Things have gotten off the rails for North Texas, and a young team kind of like the Bulls, we're about to see what they're made of here, see if they can come back and get on the right track themselves.
Yeah, it's true. And, it's much more difficult when you got, a Byron Brown at the quarterback position who has made his mistakes today, and a Mestemaker who it's going to be tough for a young guy to come back from 3 interceptions.
1st and 10 on the 25, going to throw on first down, and it's incomplete. Another drop. Simeon Evans was open at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. North Texas taking a little bit of time. We've seen them go up tempo at times, but a little more deliberate so far here. Mestemaker to throw. That one is incomplete. It's another drop. That one was very catchable, but it banged off the hands of Terrence Lewis, and it's 3rd and 10.
Well, Mestemaker put a lot of, zip behind that ball, Jim. I mean, typically you want to put it right in the body, of a receiver, on a slant so he can, catch it, and there's not a lot the defender can do, but he put that one out in front of him. And again, that was a very hard thrown ball.
Bulls fortunate, though, both of those plays were there. Now it's 3rd and 10. They will throw again. Bulls bringing pressure. He winds and deals. It's caught, and enough for the first down at the 36. That is Coleman with the catch, and that's a big 3rd down conversion on 3rd and long. Ball out to the North Texas 36-yard line. 4 wide receivers, running back left side. Bulls almost jumped, able to stay on sides. Play clock winding down. They will throw again. Another crossing pattern. Big hit, fumble, picked up by the Bulls. It's Jalen Schuler coming back the other way. Touchdown, South Florida. A bone-crushing hit. Moves the ball onto the ground, and Schuler picked it up and took it in for the Bulls. It is a 20-point South Florida lead.
You know, this is just an absolutely wild game, Jim. I mean, first of all, was that a fumble or was it an incomplete catch is the first thing that they're going to be looking at. You got a flag here. And then Jalen Schuler, he kind of made his way to the end zone but didn't cross the plane for a little while and had to get in there late. North Texas defender.
The ruling on the field is a catch and a fumble returned for a touchdown. After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct. South Florida, number 7. South Florida, number 7. That's his first unsportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. That foul will be assessed on the kickoff.
Well, the delivery wasn't great, but the message was good. 41-21 as the play stands. So the Bulls get yet another takeaway. Schuler takes it in. I believe it was Jarvis Lee on an absolutely punishing hit that knocked that ball loose. Then Schuler picked it up, ran it in, and jawed a little bit with one of the North Texas players. So Gramatica on for the extra point.
You know, Jim, that was one of those throws as a quarterback where the receiver is going to go back and tell him, hey, don't you ever set me up like that again, because, you know, he gave so much lead time for throwing that ball. The defensive back was right there salivating, waiting for him to catch it so he can knock his lights out, and he did it. And the next thing you know, Schuler, who's always just around the ball, he's a magnet. He was just there to pick it up and walk it into the end zone.
28 in a row for the Bulls as Gramatica hits the extra point. Mike Lofton shaken up on the extra point. Boy, that was a big-time hit by Lee, and that ball was just sitting on the ground saying, Jalen, come get me.
Well, you know, the thing about it, Jim, is we've seen Jarvis Lee make those type of plays all game, and he's been tackling the ball carrier very well all game. You know, but I can't help but go back and think about the, you know, unsportsmanlike that Jalen Schuler received. You know, I don't think he actually realized that he didn't make it into the end zone, but at the end of the play, you had a North Texas player just kind of come up and get right in his face. And so I'm very surprised. But again, I'll say it for the third time, and I'm going to need security on my way out of here. We're Florida guys in Texas, and we're just not having our way today other than winning this game.
Well, the Bulls have scored 28 unanswered points. They lead 42-21. We have played 3 minutes and 25 seconds of the third quarter, and the Bulls have scored 3 touchdowns. Still attending to Mike Lofton. But, Joey, what a turnaround. Everything clicking now, and North Texas really looking vulnerable on the turnovers.
Yeah, and here we go again with the third quarter. The Bulls have been so dominant in the third quarter dating back to the beginning of last season, and this trend continues. It's coming out of halftime, adjusting, getting some plans together. The coaches obviously are doing a great job on the Bulls sidelines to prepare this team after halftime, because these third quarter statistics are now beyond overwhelming.
We are going to break. 11:35 to go third quarter. 42-21 Bulls on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
Hey Bulls fans, visit Hooters for a USF Bulls away game party. Hang with Rocky and have a chance to win USF home game tickets and Bulls gear while you watch the game. Visit originalhooters.com/Bulls to get all the details on dates and locations. And don't forget to register for your chance to win a Hooters USF catered tailgate at the November 6th UTSA game. Hootie and Rocky will pay a visit to your tailgate and see your new USF tent and chairs. Visit originalhooters.com/Bulls for all the details. Hooters, get your game on.
Did you know accidents are the #1 leading cause of death and injury for children? Swimming pools, toys and bicycles, even school backpacks need your supervision. Do you know first aid? Have you practiced a fire drill? Your family's safety begins with you.
This station, the Beasley Best Community of Caring, and Rico Automotive have more information at myq105.com/caring.
At Regal Kia, we understand that every new car buyer is different. Every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Plus, Regal Kia offers a 20-year powertrain guarantee. Sal says yes, you will pay less.
The action continues on the South Florida Bulls Radio Network.
Going back to the end of the second quarter, the Bulls have now scored 4 touchdowns in 3 minutes and 27 seconds. 42-21, not too early to get your homecoming tickets. A week from tomorrow night, Raymond James Stadium, Florida Atlantic. And the Bulls should be a lot of fun before the Bulls head out to Memphis for their next challenging road game. Still a world of time left in this one, and North Texas can put up some points, but boy, this is a steep mountain now for the Mean Green.
Yeah, very steep mountain, Jim. And I tell you what, you look across college football and the teams that are winning games, are the teams that are playing complementary football, right? And I think over the last several games for USF, right, one of the things that you've seen plays being made in all elements of the game. I go back to early in the year, where they threw a touchdown, from a fake punt. And then you've seen the defense make so many plays. You got Mac Harris, who returned a 90-plus yard interception for a touchdown. So at times when the offense is struggling, what can the other units do? And I think today we've seen a ton. Obviously, you got to recover muff punt, which changed the course of this game. And then you got the defense, who's just relentless and who's just finding ways to get things done today. And it's just a special thing to see when this team, all elements, all 3 phases of football are playing good football today for USF.
Bulls will kick off. Simeon Evans is deep. A 21-point South Florida lead, early third quarter. Line drive kick. This will be returnable, taken at the 8-yard line up to the 25-30, and to about the 31 goes Evans. First time he's had a chance to return one today. And now North Texas will take over at the 32-yard line. 5 turnovers for North Texas, 3 interceptions, 2 lost fumbles. Bulls turned it over 3 times in the first quarter, but have protected the ball since then. 1st and 10 from the 32. Mestamaker pitches to the left. McGill fights through one tackler, and then Tavin Ward drives him back until the whistles blow. They'll give him a yard to the 33, 2nd and 9. If you're North Texas now, you got to start thinking about picking up the pace a little bit. A lot of time to go, but down 3 touchdowns here. 2nd down and 9. Three wide receivers, running back left side. Going to run again, and not much there. Maybe a yard for McGill. They're going to give him the 35, so they'll give him 2, and it's 3rd down and 7.
In most circumstances, you're not going to see a team come back from a 21-point deficit, by running the football, unless the defense is just horrible against the run, and that's not the case with USF. I'm just curious to know, at what point do you start to lose confidence in Messermaker and his ability to compete today and as far as throwing the ball against this defense?
He's going to throw on 3rd and long, and he's got a man. First down at the 46. Wyatt Young makes the catch. So that's another 3rd down conversion for North Texas. They're 4 out of 9 on 3rd downs. Pickup of 11 there. Ball on the 46, 1st and 10, 9:50 to go, 3rd quarter. Young comes in motion once again. Messermaker flares it out. It is caught, breaking into the secondary, and racing for the end zone is Miles Coleman, and that's a touchdown. So how about that? North Texas is not done yet. 54-yard strike. Messermaker's first touchdown pass of the night, 42-27 with the kick coming.
Well, Jim, we talked about it early in the game. That middle of the field has just been a great casualty for USF. And literally, I mean, this guy is one of the fastest guys in the country. You know, he took a screen, you know, and that's just one of those shoot screens. And you get a few blockers out in front of you, it'd be pretty hard for anyone to compete and catch in. And this defense has played a great deal of football today. They've been on the field for a lot of snaps. It made a lot of plays, so they're a little bit winded. He was just a little bit too hard to catch.
That's the first touchdown of the year for Coleman. And the extra point is good. So the point parade continues. And Joey, we talked about a shootout. This is going to be one of those games. 42 looks great, but there's no guarantee that's enough. You got to keep the foot on the gas offensively.
I mean, Jim and Sam, there's so much time left in this game. 9:35 to go in the third in a 2-score game. Anything can happen. What the Bulls must avoid, obviously, is a mistake. They need to possess the ball and score it and not turn it over, because North Texas can climb right back in this game. What a big play that was by Miles Coleman to pull the Mean Green within 14 points. But, man, this is a crazy good game for television. I'm sure everybody around the country's loving it. But it is highly entertaining. But the Bulls, let's see if the Bulls have an answer on offense.
Both teams now over 300 yards of offense. Bulls waiting for the kickoff here. That ends a streak of 28 unanswered points by the Bulls. End over end kick. Isaac takes it a yard deep. He's coming out. Far hash mark, and he will only get to about the 14, maybe the 15. They're going to mark it on the 14, so not great field position for the Bulls as they try to recapture momentum here, leading 42-28. Bulls have a defensive touchdown, a big play on special teams, and 4 offensive touchdowns. 1st and 10 for the Bulls from their 14. Alvon Isaac is the running back. Eccles comes in motion. It's Isaac up the middle, and he breaks through. One man to beat, and he gets tripped up at the 23. It's still a solid 9-yard gain, but he almost broke that thing.
I feel like we've seen that picture several times tonight, Jim, where just one tackler away from that ball carrier walking into the end zone.
Isaac again. He will get the first down out past the 25 to the 26. Bulls now over 150 yards on the ground. 1st and 10 on the Bulls' 26-yard line. 8:52 remaining, 3rd quarter. Eccles in motion. Brown to throw. Throws it long downfield, looking for Singleton. Diving effort, and he can't quite pull it down. Almost had it at the 30-yard line of North Texas, but it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Jim, that would just that's Sports Center top 10 and not 10, top 1 material. I mean, he really stretched out to go get that one, and it's just unfortunate he couldn't pull it in. Looks like he fell on top of it, and the ground dislodged the ball, but that was a spectacular effort by Singleton.
2nd down and 10 on the Bulls' 26-yard line. Eccles in motion once again. Isaac, he's into the secondary, 35 to the 37. That's an 11-yard gain, and it'll be enough for a first down. Alvon Isaac getting a lot of work. He's up to 33 yards. Here's Brown to throw. Long downfield, got a man wide open, caught. This will go for a touchdown. It's Jeremiah Koger, 2nd of the night. He was behind the entire defense. Brown hit him in stride. That's 6 more for the Bulls. 63 yards.
I think what we've seen from North Texas all day is they've been defending the run more than anything. And next thing you know, you let up on the outside, and now you're not matched up well on a pretty good group of receivers that USF has. And Koger, he's a young guy, but he just really beat the defender just on a nice one-on-one matchup, and he was able to stack him. And then just a great throw by Byron Brown to walk right into the end zone. This is an electric game, Jim.
3 catches for Koger, 2 of them for touchdowns. The extra point by Gramatica is good. He's perfect on extra points this year, and it's now 49 to 28, and there's still 8:14 to go third quarter. Bulls have a 28-point quarter going, and you want to talk about controlling the ball, Joey. The plays in this quarter, 7 for North Texas, 23 for the Bulls.
Yep, and the Bulls have just got North Texas completely on its heels. They're running it pretty effectively to keep the chains moving, and they're going for the explosives off the passing game, which is the recipe that Alex Golish loves. Run, and then hit them deep. And that's exactly what they did on that drive. Jeremiah Koger